Thank you. Good evening. Welcome to Military Strategies. We are live, December 1st, 2025. A new disturbing report has just been published. Now, the south of Venezuela is also closing
to the air operation that is about to arrive.
The moment has arrived. Family, your likes, your comments. Let's begin. Thank you. Good evening, family. Welcome to Military Strategies. We were waiting for today's news. Tum tum tum, that sound. That sound that announces what is about to come, what is coming. Now, the south of Venezuela, the jungle is going to light up. It's going to turn into a hell. And not exactly because of the spiders, snakes, and jaguars. Not because of the bombs from the United States of America. Welcome to Military Strategies. Family, this is your channel. Your likes are super important. Tonight, we're going to tell you all the details, everything that's happening. Where are those targets inside the jungle? What is Nicolas Maduro's regime expecting? Because the news, the biggest news about all of this, is it Venezuela itself? The one that gave the warning, so. Boom!
Amazing, 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 family, amazing. What we're about to see, what's going to happen. Get ready for the show we have prepared here. We warned you, we said, that the United States could start attacking cartel targets and that those targets were in southern Venezuela.
No.
In fact, here live, those of you who have been with us for a while, you'll remember that we were looking and we said, all the radars are looking north. What if the wolf enters the henhouse from the south? Venezuela. Nicolas Maduro's regime issued a notice to airmen. Precisely to close the southern airspace. They fear, they know, they're aware. They've received information that the attack could be on its way. The fateful attack. For all of them. Let's display a photo of Dow. Who published this? After, we'll expand it with my map. And we're going to see it. This is the area. Southern. Which also matches them. With the area where the other day, Nicolas Maduro's plane is believed to have landed. He could have escaped through the jungle. That matches, that's there, what almost no one has, the map that we have here. In Military Strategies, which you'll see live tonight. Exclusive, a preview of what could be the beginning of the United States air operation at any moment. It makes sense. And besides, Donald Trump has spoken just a few minutes ago. There are new statements about Maduro's call about the situation in Venezuela, and we're going to analyze them live here with you. He said that it makes sense. If the United States wants a full confrontation and what it wants is to scare, for the cartel of the Suns, the best thing you can do is hit their pockets. There's nothing worse for a drug lord than seeing their dollars start to burn, start to vanish into thin air. What is the jungle hiding? We've already done several shows on this topic. We've talked about it many times, and we've been searching every inch of the green jungle of Venezuela.
No.
Where are the narcos hiding? Well, tonight, we're going to take another step, go much further here on Military Strategies. Greetings to all of you. Hey, thank you so much for yesterday's show. More than 500,000 views. A real madness. And 339,000 subscriptions on the channel. We're on our way to 400,000. Let's see if it's possible. I hope so. And there's only one way. your help. Are you the only ones who can do this? You also have super chats open to leave comments, to chat with us. And tonight we're going to do field research. We're going to go on a trip. We're going to travel to the jungle of Venezuela. But first of all, we have to see Donald Trump. What did the boss say? We see him around here. We have the video ready, and we watch it.
Us. More about the airspace of Venezuela should be considered closed. Yeah, because we
consider Venezuela unfriendly. They sent millions of people, really, and probably a number in excess of that. And a lot of those people shouldn't be in our country. From jails, gangs, drug dealers, and all the people who entered our country but shouldn't have. Causing a lot of problems.
And drugs.
Does
your warning mean that an airstrike is not evident? Should we not read it that way?
Don't read anything into it. They are.
Did you have a phone call with Maduro as reported by the New York Times?
I don't want to comment on it. The answer is yes. Then.
Can you tell us a little bit?
About it? No, can't do that. Would you?
Say it went well.
No, wouldn't say it went well badly. It was a phone call. Yeah, you
said a phone call.
Tremendous. Let's see. Let's take it step by step. And we have to analyze this word by word in body language. Mr. President, can you tell us more about the airspace? Venezuela? Why is Venezuela's airspace closed? Should we consider it closed? They don't broadcast it? We believe Venezuela isn't a very friendly country. Did they really send millions of people? And probably an even higher number than that?
of that. And
A lot of those people shouldn't be in our
country. A lot of those people shouldn't be in our country from jail, from
prison, gang members,
gangs, from
of all the drug traffickers and people who entered our country.
drug dealers, from all of the people that came into our country shouldn't have been in our country.
They shouldn't have been in our country.
Causing a lot of problems.
Causando muchos problemas.
Did you ask the journalist about her warning?
And drugs.
Does he mention Trump and drugs? Does her warning mean an airstrike is coming? Keyword, imminent, attention to Donald Trump.
Warning mean that an airstrike is imminent, or should we not read it that way?
Don't read anything into it.
Don't read anything about that. The New York Times reported that you had a phone call with Maduro.
The New York Times reported that you had a phone call with Maduro. Did you?
I don't want to comment on that.
But the answer is yes. Donald Trump confirms there was a call.
Then can you tell us a little bit
No, I
about
can't.
it?
Can you tell us about this? He replies, no.
Mr.
Would you say it went well?
Could you say it went well?
I wouldn't say it went.
I wouldn't say it went well or badly. Look at his face. I'm going back. I want you to see Donald Trump's face. Looking to the horizon, looking to the beyond, looking to Venezuela.
I wouldn't say it went well or badly. It was a phone call.
It was a call. What do you all think? Well, some breaking news has also been leaked. Donald Trump said the following to Nicholas: "Get on a plane, you and your family, and leave now." Nicolas Maduro replied, "I want an international legal guarantee that I will not be prosecuted for any of my crimes, and in addition to keep the Venezuelan army's power." Donald Trump told him, "See you soon." He told him that wasn't what he had asked for, and the conversation was over. It was quick. He practically didn't even arrive. Not even for a few minutes. It took longer to connect between the White House and Miraflores than the time they actually spent talking. You and your family leave.
Yeah.
Now, Donald Trump, that's how things are. That's how things are right now. We're also going to quickly check fly radar to see what's happening over there. What's happening? And what's about to happen? They're very nervous, everyone. They're very nervous. They're very nervous right now. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know. They don't know what's going to happen. They're unsure if the operation will be in Caracas, the south, or elsewhere. In the middle of the jungle, they don't know. Maduro currently doesn't know their origin. They don't know. They're not going to know, but we do know things. Pay attention to what we're going to show you. It's not finished. The no-tan covers the entire southern part of the country. Practically, the entire border with Colombia is covered, as is the border with Brazil. The entire area along the Negro River and the Orinoco region where the mines are located is also covered. Also, the question isn't what they're going to bomb there, because we're going to find that out now. The question is, how are they going to get in? Are they going to use Colombian airspace? Are they going to enter through Peru via Colombia, Brazil? Are they going to enter from Brazil? Or will they open such a large corridor directly? Like the biggest bridge on this planet? What are they going to do? That's where the key is. The key is in La Guayana. He will have the key. Nicolas Maduro's radars are only confirmed in this area here. Today I published in Military Strategies, we published and said, you can follow Military Strategy on Twitter. A very interesting photograph. What a coincidence. We just published it and we're going to talk and work on it. Let's see where that photograph is. Okay, I have to look for it from this other side. It's going to take us a little while. You already know we're live, so I want to display it prominently so we can see it. And let's see, man, what Nicolas Maduro is going to stir up. What Nicolas Maduro is going to stir up in this story, because it's tremendous. The photograph we're going to show now, with what we're about to see, it's the distribution. The Venezuelan anti-aircraft system. In a document we have exclusively at Military Strategies. Do we know? Or do we know what the general distribution is? Of the current distribution of anti-aircraft combat teams? I'm not saying how we got this information, but we have it, and I verified it. Believe it if you want. If not, that's your problem. That's up to them. I'm not going to go into much detail about this topic, nor am I going to create much debate. That's the photo, and that's how it is. Okay, let's look for it. Here I have it. Let's put it right underneath. I'm warning you again because I know you're going to copy this image. Careful, because then the strikes come. Careful. Here we are. Photograph of Venezuela's anti-aircraft deployment. I would like to focus on one part. I think it's important. Let's look at the right part. We open here. The border, this one. Guayana region, this whole area. It's poorly defended. That area may correspond to the area we're going to see now. Here it is with this area that we're going to see now. What we have there are some Pechora systems. Man-portable anti-aircraft missiles only. The United States could open an air corridor into Venezuela from the east. Enter through this whole area here, sweeping through everything they come across. Through the jungle, which is no small thing, because that's what's in the jungle. Warehouses, laboratories, airstrips, barracks, guerrilla members. Members of the Cartel of the Suns, small planes, logistics, military airports. And why would Donald Trump want to start there? It's a pretty smart option. Far from the population of Caracas. Low possibility of collateral damage to civilians. We're talking about isolated areas where normally, other than the indigenous and local residents, they're basically going to face cartel members and not much else. With this, the operation could start to take shape and begin to function. Depression. Would we still be pressuring Nicolas Maduro to leave? Would that be the option? Let's now look at targets that could be attacked inside this place, how it could be done, and where they are. The map you're about to see now, which we've been working on, has taken many hours of work, a lot. A corridor in the jungle. So that Nicolas Maduro can transport to all parts of the planet what he already knows, what we all know. It's a complicated, complex issue. We've said it many times. Let's start with the area where the other day Nicolas Maduro landed, Santa Elena, around here. At this airport, it's believed that Maduro could have landed to hide in this area. This airport could become unusable quickly to prevent escape or departure. The cartel, also from there, not very far, there's a military base right at the airport gates and a little further to the west. In this area we're going to see around here, there's also another military complex ready. From here, patrols guarding Nicolas Maduro's interests in the jungle depart. All right. What interest could the United States have in this area? Here, where we are going now, please pay close attention. This is the mining area. There are many mines built over the years to extract gold and other metals. Rare earths. In here, in these mines, there may also be cartel laboratories and logistics present. That's right, Ya's already there. A clandestine airstrip not far from there, this one you're seeing now. This could be one of the targets where those cartel planes land. After unloading the substances in the river and heading to another country, that's why it could be attacked. While investigating the map, we have found a lot of information, a lot of details, a lot of places that are amazing. There's one that really stands out. We're going to go to the southern area of the border. It goes without saying that if we spent a couple of hours here starting to explore, Venezuela's green jungle awaits with many discoveries ahead. But I'm going to give you a little preview. There is a corridor that runs along the border between Colombia and Venezuela, where there are places that are curious, very curious, and expensive. On the same border divided by the river, there's an airport in Colombia and an airport in Venezuela. There's information that from here, from this place, those cartel planes also take off from the Rio Negro area. The note, Venezuela has put it there. Venezuela has put it there because they believe there's going to be an attack in the southern area. It's an extension of the previous note. It's going to come from the southern area. That's what they believe. Look over here. Inside the jungle, there's a camp in here also belonging to the cartel. A little further, sure, we'll see it around here. In this place, another one of the clandestine runways used by the cartel. Again, it matches the same area where that notin has been issued. Not far from there is the Esmeralda Airbase. There are also reports that in this place, it is used by the cartel of the Suns for loading and unloading. Orinoco River, the famous river. Let's continue. Another one. Another clue at another camp. Here we see it. Another one of those places that could be attacked. It should also be said that there is an indigenous population in these places. Most of them are enslaved by the cartel. Let's keep going, because what we're about to see is amazing. Another one of the, on the same border, this one we see over here. One fascinates me, and you'll see it soon. We continue inside the jungle. Another airfield in this place. All of this is what's inside the area. Note, from what has been broadcast, General Jose Antonio Paez Air Base. Here, in this place, an air base where there are famous small planes. Pipers over there from the Army, possible target. Military. Please don't repeat in the chat. I'm not reading it. I'm focused on what we're doing now. Don't flood the chat or else. It's going to get messy. I may need to mute people, though I don't want to. All right, let's keep going this way. Pay attention to what you're about to see now. Watch out for this. Border with Colombia. Look, this one is the best setup. It looks like a military base, watchtowers, storage tanks. More watchtowers, more storage tanks. For the arrival of the Hellas, there's also a runway there. Take a look. It's amazing. It's one of the best. But you might say, and where is La Casa? A few meters to the right, it seems that someone, in the middle of nowhere, has built themselves a nice house, a communications tower, solar panels. Again, places to land a helicopter. There's no other way to get in here. There are no roads. Isolated from the world where no one sees anything. Everything crossing at the Meta River. Look. Here. And here, what's on the other side? Nothing. Nothing, apparently. Why is that there? Well, we don't know. But it's suspicious, isn't it? It looks suspicious. Now let's watch another one. In this area that we see over here, there are more air bases, Santo Domingo air bases, the San Antonio air bases, the Táchira air base, in this place here. And what could be happening is that maybe the Venezuelan regime wants to spread its planes across these bases. That's why they've put up a notice to airmen so that you can't enter through there. Or maybe they got intel that someone will come in that way. Let's stop here. Let's see what the skies look like. Plane right now. Caracas has been like this the whole blessed day. Flying, it's fine. All day long, I'm on a 737 flying all day from one place to another. And also, look, it's curious. The charter planes are flying through the air corridor that they themselves have declared as no-fly zone. Unless you contact the control tower. Tunnels, there will be many tunnels. Now let's look at the military section. Let's see. Military planes, you're asking a lot. What's going on? For now. The usual, the normal, what you can see, the normal, there's nothing to worry about. A tanker plane is in this area and another is over here. The usual calm, let's take a look at this again. There's an area that could be one of the main objectives. We're going to see it here on another map I had, an old one. And it's going to catch your attention. It's a very specific area. It's the Apure region. Look here. A clue. Another clue. Another big clue. In this place, officially destroyed by the Venezuelan army. But we know that they have also been rebuilt in this area here. Another area to land. This one we see here. Could the United States start with that? Yes, it could start with such an operation. Cruise missiles, some of those places, some of those warehouses, it seems pretty expensive to me to launch cruise missiles. They would surely be bombing operations. They could go in by opening a lane with a lot of protection with the B-52s. The B-52s could make a hole in there. But maybe the most suitable plane for this would be the F-15. Could the F-15 be the most suitable for this kind of operation? Because it can carry a lot of material and munitions. It's smaller and it can protect itself in the sky in case it encounters a hostile plane. Unlike a B-52, which would be more compromised. He hasn't repeated it often. He's said it, as has Venezuela. It was Venezuela itself that said it. This area, we can't have flights at this moment. Flight restrictions in that area. Right now, there are elections in Honduras. Elections in Honduras, and that's where the part is important. Since 6 in the evening, you can't fly in those areas. It could be that these are the areas where Maduro is taking refuge, or where he wants the United States to think Nicolas Maduro is taking refuge. It might be a distraction to bring the United States into the jungle. It could be. It could be. It could be. It makes sense.
But
It's obvious that's where we need to go. We have to go all the way there. Let's go see how it is now. Another important thing to remember. Let's see.
How the Pentagon is right now.
Calm.
Calm. For now, calm. Things are calm. Thank you so much for those 10 memberships you've just gifted to Estrategias Militares. Thank you very much. The more you talk in the channel, the more likely you are to get that membership. It's the only way. Chatting a lot in the chat? Thank you, Andrea, for that super chat. I'm afraid the conversations with Trump are over. Yes, it's possible they're already over. Miriam, thank you so much for those 10 memberships to Military Strategies. Thank you for making a lot of people happy. Your opinion is super important. So please write thank you strategies as you announced. Go inland along the rivers. Did Lula and Trump communicate? The fronts must occur simultaneously. Do we need to take out the anti-air defenses to get in? Even so, maybe on a large scale, since you don't need to go to Maracaibo to destroy everything. But it is possible that a suppression campaign might be necessary, don't you think? Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thanks to Yosef, too. Hugs from Jerusalem's old city. Such an amazing place. Coming soon, a video about strategies there. Infiltración. At Al-Aqsa Strategies, he got all the way inside. In hostile territory, surrounded. Don't lose sight of him because soon you're going to see him. It's going to be amazing. During today, there's been a tense calm. After yesterday, people were euphoric. Once again, a drop in tension. Trump isn't sure. Maybe he wants to go all in, or just with a part, or start little by little. Pay attention to what's happening right now in Honduras. We have video from Honduras. Very serious, because the situation could get worse in the next few hours. If it's confirmed that the communists have lost, things could get complicated. Honduras video. They've tried to close a polling station so people can't vote, so there won't be any more votes. No.
Video from Honduras.
They want to kick out the international observers so they can't see the counting. They want to kick people out so they can't see what happens with the votes. Chavismo, communism. The same scum is let loose every time there's an election. It's the same thing. They want to rig things in Honduras. Are you afraid? Nicolas Maduro knows that if Honduras falls too, he could end up very alone. Very alone. Something important just happened. While we're watching the footage again, I'm going to confirm what I think might be happening. A few minutes ago, in Arkansas, planes have taken off. Bankers in a number not less than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanker planes. And do you know what the call sign is? Am I dangerous? In English, 4 tankers, we'll see them in a photo. This happened just minutes ago while we were talking. We'll show it in a photo. Watch what's happening in Honduras. These people will try to disrupt the elections regardless. There they are. From Arkansas heading south. And pay attention. Sam 356. You're on the air. The vice president's plane. Or of high-ranking government officials. It's currently in the air, passing over Nashville at this moment. It can start at any moment. I don't think this is going to take much longer. The elections in Honduras are already there. We can already have a clear path. And this is going to start. It could be tonight. Or would it make sense that it could be tonight? We'll also have to see what happens in Honduras, because the situation right now in Honduras is getting really intense. Really intense. Right now, let's look for more information. Things that are happening, that are going on.
No.
I insist. Venezuela published the notice to airmen itself.
No.
Venezuela has or believes it has information that something important could be happening. Something important could be happening. Pay attention to this. More videos from Honduras. This is starting to get worrying. Attention, friends from Honduras, with what's happening there. Because they want to look for fraud. We see it.
We don't want them to go out. Come on, they're going to go out. We don't want them to go out. Let's go. They're going to go out. They usually do. Let's go, 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 go.
They're expelling the observers. They're expelling the observers. And for those who don't ask, long live Honduras.
Are they expelling the international observers so they can't frequently see the
military?
There are no people.
Here to
Is expelling us. There are people expelling
the observers.
There are people with the
Libre Party shirt expelling observers.
The military are.
No, nos vamos por nuestra seguridad. Nos están
Y los militares lo están permitiendo.
libre, nos están expulsando. They're removing people in Libre Party shirts, shouting Rizzi's name, expelling us to stop us from observing the recount. This is extremely dangerous.
Us.
They took us out with intimidation. There were people wearing the candidate's shirt from the Libre Party.
No one will do anything. We don't want them to come out.
The fraud is starting in Honduras. The fraud is starting in Honduras. More videos are coming in.
I don't know what Libre Party is.
Well, things got chaotic here. Guys, look, at the last minute you want to remove an observer from the polling station.
This
Free, this one's free, this one's free. They can't be inside, no.
can be
You can't, my love. We haven't begun.
This is a disgrace. This is a real disgrace. I'm going to tell you something. In the end, when these people get into power, they never leave. When these communists get into power, it's almost practically impossible to get rid of them. There's only one way to get rid of them. And Donald Trump knows what it is. Donald Trump knows what it is. This is going to be like Venezuela. This is going to be like Venezuela. This is tremendous what's happening right now in Honduras. What a real shame. Right now.
Risi Moncada claims victory.
There's such fraud happening in Honduras right now.
Let's see if World War III isn't going to be in China or Ukraine.
Nor in Russia. And it's going to be in Central America. Honduras. Nicaragua, Cuba, Venezuela. Oh my God, things are getting crazy. But what are they doing? There have been physical assaults. There have already been physical assaults. This guy in the red shirt has been attacking international observers. The videos are already circulating on social media. Pay attention. This is very serious. This can't happen. My Guarimba friends, Gaston and Mar, were already saying, we are very worried. Strategies. My God, my God.
This is the one who is coming to attack us. This gentleman.
Him. Against us.
And we were just trying to observe the count, and we were there because they were going
to close.
The polls at 6, as decreed by the National Electoral Council.
But
they were forced to close by people in Libre 25 shirts.
Minutes earlier.
So we simply stayed there to try to witness the
count, and
at that moment, these gentlemen all dressed the same way.
With the
Libre t-shirt?
They have...
Come for it.
Joe.
Camera.
There.
Hold it there, Richie.
This is amazing, huh? This is amazing. Official statement, are we allowed in? The National Electoral Council, Is it not? Is it? Thank you for observing the vote count. The Electoral Council, with the purpose of guaranteeing transparency through proper citizen observation of the electoral process, instructs the members of the vote-receiving boards, electoral custodians, and the armed forces of Honduras to provide all necessary facilities to citizens and national and international observers, so that they can enter the premises and witness the public scrutiny with proper distance and respect. At this stage of the process, it is not required to carry credentials to observe the public scrutiny, and any citizen can do it. Why are the thugs of the Honduras regime kicking people out? What's going on in Honduras? Why?
Because of the thugs? Honduras?
And the military? What will they do if the government pays them? Do they know the coup leader's government will remain? Another coup d'etat in Honduras? This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable what we're seeing right now. Oh my God. Guys threatening people so they don't watch the vote count. What's going on? What's happening? Very, very difficult times are coming. And what this is going to do is bring forward the Trump issue. This is going to bring it forward. It will probably have to be dealt with again after the elections. Let's see the results. Let's see the results of this story. But here, it doesn't look good at all. This doesn't look good at all. Right now, there are 25,000 of us. Please, your likes are super important because these lowlifes want this show not to be seen. They don't want the drug lords' clues to be seen, the mansions, how well they live. They don't want the elections to be seen. We have to fight against censorship. We have to stand firm against this. Is Honduras gambling with its future?
Su futuro.
And it's not exactly pleasant.
We don't want any excuses. Let's go.
We're going out to do it.
They are expelling
They are expelling the observers. They are expelling the observers.
Long live Cuba, long live
Cuba! They haven't killed me! They haven't killed me! They haven't killed me! Not killed!
However, in other places, it seems that things are being done well. There are other places where things are being done well. Let's take a look. Honduras.
San Valor.
San Valor.
San Valor. San Valor.
San Valor.
It seems that the votes are going to Salvador Nasrallah. What a last name. Everything has been said in passing. We see more videos of the voting here, right now in Honduras. We are still keeping an eye on what's happening with calm planes. We're keeping track of everything. We're opening cameras, Venezuela, in just a few minutes. Calm. It seems that now I'll explain to you a theory I have. I have a theory about this. Let's watch more videos. What's up?
Where's that guy? Did a party explode?
What the? Boy, are you a boy? Am I a boy? You are, and...
It's being counted invisible from outside. I don't know this, Seno. If that's how it's supposed to work, but... Rishi Moncada says they're winning nationwide.
What do you all think?
What's going to happen? I want your thoughts. What do you think will happen in Honduras? Possible electoral fraud? Will Communist Moncada leave or stay? If Donald Trump stays, he's going to make it complicated, very tough.
Honduras, the future of...
Honduras, right now? On the edge of the abyss. We're watching closely. Fly Raider, what's happening? And I have my theory. And I'm going to share it with you. Theories about military strategies. I'm going to stand over here. We're also looking for the Venezuela chamber. If we wanted Maduro to find out that we're going, what would we have to do? Do we have to follow the route we've seen these days? We know the radars in Nicaragua and Cuba are operating at full capacity. It would be sensible to enter that airspace. Where? Do we know if they'll find out we're coming? Maybe it wouldn't be the best option. Maybe it wouldn't be the best route. How can we ensure they don't know we're coming? Until now, people have watched for planes in Puerto Rico. If not from one place, then another. And what if there was another option? What if it's for the best? Is something going on? Right now? Pay attention. These images are from Venezuela at 9 p.m. 9 at night in Venezuela. Look at this movement. The tanker planes were heading east. The tanker planes were also flying in this area, heading east. And what if this happened? Instead of taking the usual route, we're going to put it here, the usual route we've been looking at these days. Or what if something else happened? Instead of entering through the Caribbean Sea, Gulf of America, Gulf of Mexico, Yucatan Peninsula, staying in sight and exposed by Cuba so they can call Maduro? And what if we entered through here? Out of sight from everyone? Going down all the way here? Traveling through Trinidad and Tobago? And starting to launch the attack? Who could find out? No one. They couldn't know. Distance 5,000 kilometers. It's possible. I'm just leaving it as an option. Maybe we don't need to open up as much. Sometimes we could do it closer together. In this area, you know the Dominican Republic is going to help, right? The planes might instead come in from behind, to Maduro's kitchen. Could it be? Bringing the planes in directly seems childish to me. They're on the radar of Honduras, Nicaragua, and Cuba. Maduro knows when they're going. They detect it. They pass by. People are at the bases 24/7 with mobile phones, and they just departed. The only way is by taking another route. Thanks a lot, Killer, for the super chat. Irie, thank you very much. Welcome to Military Strategies. Greetings to Griselda Bonilla. Greetings to Military Strategies. These terrorists always cling to wealth. In El Salvador, they stole millions. Ro Ortega, we avoided disaster in Argentina. You have saved us for now. Let's see, Malay, how long can it last for us? Christian, I saw an NH-1 leave Colombia for Venezuela. Thank you very much for the comment. We're still here, Liv. I'm worried about this situation in Honduras. Let's see what will happen. I'll try to connect a live camera with Honduras. Let's see what's happening over there. We have to see why so many people went to vote. If so many people went to vote, does it mean... About what? There isn't right now. Support for Richie Moncada? Come on, I don't believe it, but I'm not sure.
Esto.
It can vary, it can vary. Come on, let's look around here. The count is happening right now. Come on, let's see. Election count in Honduras.
Vote for National Party valid.
Very well, so far. This is part of the scrutiny by the voting receiving board number 10-100, where so far 38 votes have been counted in favor of the National Party, 40 in favor of the Liberal Party, and the Liberty and Refoundation Party has 6 votes. So far, that's basically what the Liberal Party would win. This voting receiving board number 10-100, because they are already finishing with the counting of the records. We are going to continue this tour in different educational centers too.
There we see what is happening.
No.
Votes in some places are calm. People are watching, people are observing what is happening. It seems that right now the vote counting is going smoothly. Let's see. Possible vote estimate right now. Moncada 9%, Nasrallah 62%. Nasri Esfra 28%. Talking about certain sectors and places, one can go higher or another can go lower. What can happen without
Srala.
win? Much has been said about Nasrallah's figure. They call him a kind of infiltrator within the movement. But let's see it. Let's see it here. We're going to see it live. Let's see how things are.
Votes Tito Asfra 47 votes, blank votes 0, null votes 1, for a total of 167 voters in the ballot box.
There it is. Nasrallah is winning. Who's the bad guy? Who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy? Who's the good guy? The one in red, very bad. Moncada, communist. Nasrallah appears and disappears. Pro-Trump, blue color. Mario Rivera does not exist. Watching the elections live now on military strategies with a special program. Following what's happening in Honduras, when we know this, could something happen in Venezuela? Devastating. Devastating.
Daddy at your service.
Of course, now they have to go through each of the places, each of the stories. Salvador Nasrallah. What does Nasrallah say? First words from Nasrallah. Does he see himself as president? I wouldn't celebrate victory just yet.
Yeah.
Nasrallah.
If he becomes president, will he cut ties with Venezuela? His statement suggests so.
Of course, we've already said that we can't have relations with regimes that aren't legitimate.
The regime? El Mundo González, not Nicolás Maduro, won the elections in Venezuela. Therefore, we cannot have any kind of relations with a country like Venezuela, where the authorities do not represent the will of the Venezuelan people. Until
there is a change of government, does it?
Have to be a change in Venezuela? If there isn't, we will continue. From the moment I take office, we will break relations with Venezuela.
A little bit about the elections.
Careful, it might be useful for us. Nasrallah just said, if I take office, if I win the elections, I will break relations with Maduro. What do you think? Maybe yes, maybe he's lying. What's happening right now? What? At this moment in the elections? Maybe yes, maybe no. Nasrallah is useless and unhelpful. Nasrallah is going to break with Venezuela. Why did Venezuela send that notice to airmen? Why has Venezuela closed its southern airspace? What are they plotting? Maduro is trying to mislead us, making us focus on one area while he's actually elsewhere. I think he's playing that game. He likes to play that game. What has Maria Corina said? Video published 3 hours ago. Let's see Maria Corina Machado, the woman who, together with Edmundo, has an important mission ahead of her. The Manifesto of Freedom.
Let dignity be the driving force of our national revitalization, the force that will establish a free market of ideas and businesses, that will promote the full development of each person and limit the authority of the state to its legitimate function, which is to be the firm guardian of our inalienable rights.
What did he mean by this? Will someone have said soon, very soon?
No.
Or tonight? What did Maria Corina mean by this? This situation makes me just as nervous as it does you. Or even more. As much or even more. Interesting moves. Pay attention to this. We leave that up there and we go here. Patrol helicopters just took off. Dutch? Are there patrol helicopters in Aruba right now? In the area where the rhinos usually are whenever patrol helicopters have shown up, the rhinos have ended up appearing. It happened the other day and last night. Once again, it's time when it could happen. It could happen. See you later. When Dora Truan decides, we're still live on military strategies collecting information. What a bombshell we've dropped with the map of the narcos in the south. This is incredible. There are so many targets, look, right here in this area. Border with Colombia, right here in these areas. Where there are camps. Where the guerrilla trains together with the Venezuelan guerrilla.
No.
And that's where the narcos become strong, very strong. In fact, they obviously use the river. From Maracaibo East, which we see here, the Catatumbo River arrives. Last night there were lightning bolts there. They weren't bombs, they were lightning bolts. And it's very interesting. I remember some time ago taking a walk around here with radar. I found things that were curious. Let's try to find it again by going upriver. Let's look for things like that. Interesting ones, as I call them. There was an area up above the Catatumbo. What was it again? It was absolute madness. I'll put it here so we can see it better. There it is. Come on, if we find it. It was in an isolated area, and I want to show it. Let's see if we're lucky enough to find it again. Because it was impressive. It was a real mansion in the middle of the Catatumbo River. Who knows whose it is? But I think that it's not very common. Let's see if we can find it. Please leave your comments. We'll be checking them. You can comment. We're also looking at your messages. Give me a second. I'm opening the messages here. There they are. It's a Trojan horse, Nasra. Are you saying that? Why do you think that? Why do you think it's a Trojan horse, Nasra? What are the reasons for this serious accusation? Towards Nasrallah? No one considers Maria Karina's speech as artificial intelligence.
Yep.
No, I don't think so. They would have realized it that way. I don't think we're facing that scenario. We're still searching through the Catatumbo. I'm trying to do a quick scan here. Let's see if we find the property. What a property. It even had a helipad. It was something spectacular. Donald Trump is very attentive to events in Honduras. I think he's watching television now. Following the Honduras issue, keeping up with what's happening over there. No, not there, no. We've lost track there. We've lost the trail. This is what I always tell you. It takes many hours to look for this kind of places. But, well, sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. This is, look, what a coincidence. We have it. 1 second.
No.
Family, we have it. 1 second.
No.
We're lucky we have it.
Sí.
Look at the estate this guy has here. On the Catatumbo River. Heliport. Go with perimeter. Access with dock. Tell me, who lives there? Who is it? Why is there? Are you awesome? Congratulations. No. It's just that I remember a lot of things. I remember that I saw this at the time and I said, look at the whole plot he has fenced off. There are no roads here. Cars can't access this place. I don't know. You can't enter. Look. There, you either go in by boat or by helicopter. You don't have any other option. Lost and completely isolated from everything. Flooded areas. Look, it's just that it's an area very complex. Well, there is a road. Look, here's one. There is one. But you can tell it's not used much.
Sure.
When it gets here, the road is totally blocked and all green. It really catches my attention.
Yeah.
Maduro has said that he won't leave. Asura can win. Asura can win. Let's see if Asura wins and we make things tough for Maduro tonight. %38 Asura. 36 Nasrallah Moncada, 24.
4.
Moncada has proclaimed himself as
president. I don't think so. I don't think so. Will he accept the elections now? Are they going to stage a coup? Tonight? We'll see. The Drug Enforcement Administration needs to go to that house. Haha. Marco Rubio, we want you to come here and tell us what's inside there. How many jacuzzis are inside? How many of those luxury bedrooms? We want to know. Come on, let's mark it. Mysterious house, that's what we're going to call it, and we're going to put the mystery icon on it. And in red? Right now, mysterious house is the only option. I mean, you see it and you say, well, these people are, okay, farm workers or people who live there not in a hut, but a mansion in the Catatumbo River. What's the story and why? And for what? With the border close to Colombia, for what? Why? What are they doing there? With the heliport, what for? With the military, besides? There has to be some explanation. I'm sure there is, but for now, mysterious house. There it is on Colombia's border.
Yeah.
Wow, our map is filling up, huh? Careful, careful, we're moving around here. The Vigia Airbase, sorry, is... We've moved the airbase from where it was. Let's edit, because sometimes we move the icons and mess things up. Airbase of Vigia. Recall Nicolas Maduro's manual, decentralize. Take it everywhere. That's right, everything. What an interesting night we're having. There, details that are important. And that we have to understand them. This isn't whenever we want. It's when the United States considers it's the right time. He's raising the Honduras issue to see what happens. If the issue of Honduras turns out well, tonight he could bring up the Maduro issue. And tonight, for example, imagine there's a coup in Honduras. The focus won't be on Venezuela anymore.
No.
Do you understand? In fact, Nicolas Maduro might even be interested. If there's a problem tonight in Honduras, do you understand? Yes, right now. This is how it's done. Maduro is interested. There's a crisis in another country, but Maduro focuses elsewhere.
Let's see.
Let's look for images of Honduras. What's going on over there? It's very close between Nasrallah and the other candidate. Moncada is practically not in the game. Let's take a look.
Very interesting, because in Santa Lucia, the municipality has also been quite notable.
The YouTubers and everyone else are still out there making content. Commenting on what's happening.
It's normal for people to be curious. Let's see. Honduras. What are they saying on Channel 6?
I can't hear it. I don't hear it. Wow, 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 wow.
Were there also observers in that process? Well.
Very well, thank God. And let's go.
to activate the shift.
The National Party.
Everything went smoothly during the day. People came to vote. Everything was normal, thank God. Everything was calm. There has never been a problem here, thank God. We have always gotten along with those from Libre.
There are people who are happy. There are other people who aren't so happy. Are they about to tell each other off now? To Honduras. To Moncada? I think he's flying to Venezuela.
Citizens, you have been clear. Yes, let's do it. Behind the scenes. You have been here from the beginning and have identified the irregularities that are taking place in this classroom. What can you tell us about it? Good evening.
Good evening. What we can see is that when a vote goes to the presidential candidate Salvador Nasrallah, they look for any way to nullify it. So,
That's not
possible. How?
that classroom.
That we see where they leave, where they go, where they end up soaked, when it shouldn't happen. They start the count, they finish. In any case, if they're already moving on to the next one, which is deputy.
Are they stealing Nasrallah's votes?
We won't take 5-minute breaks anymore, except briefly for the bathroom or water, but not during the process.
What trend are you seeing right now? Who has the possibility of becoming the new president if, in this case, we decided from the JTR?
From the JTR, Salvador Nasrallah at the 30 ballot boxes. So far, in most of them, the trend is Nasrallah.
Trend, Nasrallah trend, and possible rigged vote.
Thank you very much. Well, we're going to show images of what's happening here. We're going to try to talk with more people about what's going on. Of course, Madre.
Things are really intense right now, aren't they? What do you think? What do you all think? Not me, no. The ballot boxes over there. Nasrallah is not Kazan. Nasrallah, huh? Not Kazan. Nasrallah is not Hezbollah. Relax, it's not Nasrallah. Look, this comment is good. This comment is good because it says, could this be a cover-up? Of bombing a few places that they've already announced they're going to bomb, and negotiations and for Maduro to step down. It could be. That's another scenario. The truth is that the objectives in the South are going to hurt Maduro economically. It's about destroying the drug trade infrastructure, which also concerns the United States. But I don't think it's going to drive him out of power. I have serious doubts that Maduro will leave power. We're still watching the votes. Look over here. We're still watching votes. People shouting,
valid vote for Salvador.
Valid vote for Tito Ascura.
I tell you, vote.
Valid for Tito Ascura.
Trump doesn't trust Nasrallah.
Valid vote for Tito Ascura.
Trump doesn't trust Nasrallah. Trump doesn't trust Nasrallah. Is this important? A vote for Mascada.
Valid vote for Salvador.
Valid vote for Richie Moncada.
Moncada.
Valid vote for Richie Moncada.
Oh, Moncada. Looks like there are only a few there, huh? Are there just a few voting? Moncada.
Valid vote.
This is unsettling, huh? Let's see. Salvador again. Huh? Salvador?
Valid.
Salvador again. Salvador's killing it. Nasrallah's killing it. Moncada.
Valid vote for Salvador.
Salvador and Moncada bueno.
No.
As long as Moncada doesn't come out.
Moncada's still going, huh? For now, the National Party is winning.
We see another Moncada. He's killing it. Let's see over here. Moncada. No, this was Nasrallah. Let's see. Nasrallah. Blank. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. This is strategic madness. This is strategic madness because the whole world is watching what's happening in Honduras. So that later. Let's see what's happening in Venezuela. I doubt he'll stay. Moncada? I don't think so. I don't think so, but everyone is nervous right now. Let's see what happens with Moncada.
Jolin?
What I'm seeing around here. What he's seeing here, strategies. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here tonight. Honduras. Honduras, this could escalate. Things could really get out of hand in Honduras. Right now? Let's see. Let's watch the elections.
Null votes, 2.
Meanwhile, at the vote receiving board, 42-49 Liberal Party, 107 National Party, 39 votes, and Libre 41. Regarding the vote receiving board 0-40-89, the Liberal Party has 120 votes, the National Party, 65 Libre, 29 Partido de Innovación y Unidad, 2 and null votes 2. Is that the order of the election sequence?
These boards.
Vote receiving boards, which until
this moment is led by the Liberal Party.
By as much as 20 or 30 points.
According to these initial counts that are being carried out in this
school.
San Pedrana, we repeat the receiving board of
Vote 04089. Let's go. A cargo plane is coming from this Panama. C-17 equipment has been unloaded in Panama. It's going to Panama to allow air access to launch an attack from the southern area. Could it happen? It could happen. I don't know. Worried about the Honduras. Concerned about the situation in Honduras right now. The situation can change at any moment. Let's look at another report. Let's see. The president about
contain seal,
and
his vote is for Papi a la orden.
Papi la orden. Papi a la orden, first vote.
The envelope contains a seal.
Very professional, huh?
Daddy, order.
Null.
Null is null?
They've marked 3. I want all 3. The communist, the right-winger, and the centrist. You can't give it to all 3. You have to choose Honduras.
Honduras. And your vote is for Simone Nasrallah.
Nasrallah. Vote for Nasrallah.
The envelope has the Vamos seal.
Honduras. Vamos, papi.
Papi at your service.
Papi at your service. Papi at your service. How fun. I've never seen this in a country before. I wonder how Trust is doing. They're going to have to do this. Nasrallah? Total democracy, huh?
The envelope contains a seal.
The daddy we're waiting for is the daddy of the B-52s. We're waiting for daddy to take off.
The envelope contains a seal.
Let's see your vote. Nasrallah again? Nasrallah. There can't be a tie, okay?
Telepace colleagues, this has been...
What?
Has no...
There can be no tie. I insist either Nasrallah comes out or Papi comes out. There's no way. Haha, Papi takes off. And Mommy, where is she? Bring in those B-52s. Marco Rubio fires up the machinery. Donald Trump, we want action. We're waiting. The world has waited 4 nights to see your decision. It's time to give us a break. We can't take it anymore. What madness? What madness? Let's see. What's around here? You can't see anything around here? Let's see. You can't see anything. That's the thing. We're not going to see anything. I mean, we're all here looking at fly radar, thinking we're going to see the air operation here. You just can't see anything. You can't see anything. What time is it in Venezuela? 9:42? Well, family, I propose the following to you. I'll leave you with Guarimba for a while. with Mari Gaston, and I'll be back at 12 Venezuela time. We'll be back at 12. Let's see how things go. You should also know I'm not in good health, okay? I'm feeling terrible. I have a horrible headache. I'm going to rest for a bit. We'll be back later. Family, thank you for your super chat and channel support. It's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for those memberships you've given. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you to everyone who has been contributing. Thank you so much. Kenneth. We'll talk about Iran's new weapons. I'm from Honduras and it's winning. Salvador. Notice the helicopter movement in Aruba. They follow an interesting pattern. We've discussed it. Please stable yourself. Gulf of Mexico, I say both. If you don't like it, Fernan, that's your problem. Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America, where is that Gulf? In America, not the United States. Where Mexico meets the United States. That's why I say both, so no one gets upset. It doesn't go to this nonsense channel. I have the Bobby Trap on the river ready here in Miami to invite you to celebrate a free Venezuela. We'll celebrate. What a pleasure, family. See you at the next Military Strategies show. Greetings.